back and I want to show you actually the next step. This is just if you want to go back and forth like for a scarf or a blanket. So I'm going to show you how to do a single crochet, which is the only step that you will need just about for our octopus. So if you are going to come back to make a blanket, if you notice these stitches, they look like letter V's. So here's a letter V, here's a letter V, and there's this letter V. So you're going to skip the first one and you're going to take your needle, and if you can see, this is what it looks like stretched out, and I'm going to stick it through that hole. Again, I'm skipping the first chain through the hole. Okay, so now I have 2 loops on the hook. Again, I try to keep my hand always on one part of the yarn. So I take this one again from behind. I take 1 loop over, and now I have 2 on here. I take 1 loop over again, and now I take both off. Okay, this is a single crochet. So if you can tell, we already have something in this hole, so we want to go to the next hole. We don't want to put it in the same hole again right now. So the next one is right here. So I'm going to take my hook, stick it through the hole, yarn over, take the middle one off, yarn over again, take 2 off. Okay, remember not to shear holes. Go into the next hole. You have 2 on the hook, yarn over, and some of the kids like to do it like this, where you take off the middle and they just use their fingers like this. Come around again and take these 2 off. Okay, so you will continue to do this all the way across. Yarn over 1, yarn over 2. Next hole, in, yarn over 1, yarn over 2. Continue to do this. So through the next V, yarn over, middle one off, yarn over, both off. Remember to try to stay loose. You don't want to get too tight with your yarn so that it is easier to use. Go through the next one, over, middle one off, yarn over, both off. Through the hole, yarn over, middle one off, and now 2 off. Through the next V, there's the letter V right there. So you get through the hole, yarn over, 1 off, yarn over, 2 off. You will continue to do this until you get to the end of the row. Oops. Through the letter V, 1 over and 2 over. This is the very last V, so I stick it through the hole, yarn over, and now 2. I'm at the end of the row, and so what I want to do now is I want to go back to my chain stitch that we did at the very beginning. So to do a chain stitch, again, remember we went around the back, and we just take this one over. Okay, now I turn. Right now I have the tail facing this way, so now all I'm going to do is like I'm flipping open a book, and I'm going to turn it this way. So I'm here with my tail. I'm going to now flip it like a book, like I'm turning the pages, and go this way. The chain stitch is right here, so we are not going to crochet into that. So we'll be skipping that one. So we will come into the next one, and right here, if you notice, this makes letter V's as well. So we're skipping the first letter V, and we're going through the second. If you look at this, there is, with the V, here's the front loop, and this is the back loop. You don't need to know that right now, but for some crochet patterns, you need to go either through the front or the back only. When we're doing this, we're actually going through both. So we'll be going through the front loop and the back loop of the crochet. So I'm again skipping that first V. I take my needle, go through both of them, through the front and the back. I yarn over, and then this one goes over. I yarn over again, and I take both off. Okay, if you look here, you don't want to go down here. These are your V's right here. You might need to stretch your yarn out a little bit to see it, but there should be a hole there if you're doing it loose enough. So again, there's my letter V. If I turn it to the side, I can see a little bit of a hole. yarn over, oops, let's see, okay, yarn over, take this one off, yarn over, take both off, continue, my next letter V, over, off, over, off, next V, so letter V on the top. Okay, if you notice, you'll have the front and the back loop. If you see this right here, if you were to spread it, you have the front and the back loop. So when you yarn over, you're going to take the middle one off, yarn over, and take both off. Try to keep it straight and not twist it. I'll go through again, yarn over, take the middle one off, yarn over, and both off. So I'm going to speed up just a little bit here to get to the end so I can show you again how to come back. You will definitely get faster at this as you get more comfortable with the hook and get comfortable with how you hold the yarn. Every person that I know that crochets, they all do it differently. I've not seen anyone hold it exactly the same way. So this just takes practice and time, just like with writing and reading. You get better and better as you learn and grow. So I get to the last one and stick my needle through there. Sometimes I have to work the yarn a little bit to get it on my needle. It doesn't always go in super easy. Well, let's see here. Okay, so over. Now I'm at the end. Remember, I need to do one chain stitch. So I take this one over and take this one off. Now remember, I'm flipping a book open. So now my tail's over here. Now I need to flip my book this way. Okay, again, my book tail was over here. Now it's going to flip over to here. Again, remember, I'm skipping the first letter V and I'm going into the second. Your holes will be a lot easier to see once you get to this third row. So now I'm sticking it through here, yarn over, and do exactly the same thing over and over, back and forth, until you get to your desired length. And you could do a scarf, you could do maybe a washcloth, a little blanket. Might be fun to make little blankets or rugs for your dollhouse or Barbies, or maybe sleeping bags for your characters, or whatever you'd like to do. So this is how you do it, back and forth, and the next video I will show you how to make the octopus. All right, keep practicing, have fun, and if you get confused, come see me at school and bring your crochet hook and your yarn with you.